So
Claude and Travis discuss overcoming a harsh sales objection.
what should you convey to that person about who you are, your lifestyle, and stuff like that? Well, here's a role play for you. Well, why should I work with you, Travis? I've never met you before. You called me out of the blue. No offense or anything, man, but you're asking me to do this deal, and why should I work with you?
So that's a good question. Maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, perfect answer. We've done this before.
Mhm.
That is the perfect answer. Tell me why. You get an A plus, okay, for a Friday afternoon, but tell me why now.
Why? Because
I teach you these cute little things all the time, okay? And they're funny and this and that, but everything I do is for a reason. There's a why here. Why did Claude do this?
yeah,
Why does Claude say, gee, maybe you shouldn't? Why did I teach you that? You did that great, by the way. Okay,
thank you,
that's the
thank you.
perfect answer. Now tell me why.
I think it's a pattern interruption. They're asking that question and expecting you to sell yourself. So when you reply in that manner, they're just like, wow. They just never heard that before.
They've never heard it before, so it's a pattern interrupt. It has shock value.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting them out of that default mode that everybody has. Hi, how are you? Oh,
Yep.
okay, and then they blah blah blah. Everybody has a default, an automatic. They've heard it so often. Both the salesman says it. Everybody says the same old. Oh, just looking. The same old shit. Okay, so we do the default, the pattern interrupt to get them out of that default, that automatic reply, to get them saying, "Whoa, better pay attention here. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Teacher just called on me, and I didn't do my homework."
Yeah.
So we're trying to get their attention. We're get their focus and everything. What do you think emotionally? Let's switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Why emotionally? We got the attention now. Pattern interrupt. Maybe you shouldn't work with me. What emotion do you think is going through the resignated? What do you think's going through their head? Might be a lot of different think. Well, this guy thinks a lot of himself, or
Yeah.
maybe you shouldn't. I never heard that before. Well,
Yeah.
wow, this guy, he doesn't need me. What's going on here?
I think all three of those things, depending on the personality, but I think the last one, um, you know, he doesn't need me would probably come across a lot to people. Like, oh wow, this guy doesn't need me. He's a busy guy. Like maybe you shouldn't do business with me. Maybe you can go do business with somebody else, right?
Well, I'll tell you